Students working hand in hand, together build our fatherland, making use of time. Forward on, moving to our common cause. Labor, progress, victory, winning great rewards. Forward on. We will grow from strength to strength, reaping goals which know no length. Unity is king. Forward on, coming from diverse districts. Ours it is the same conflict, fighting for the best. Forward on, BSS.
All right, thank you very much. We will now have the school song of defending champions, the Convent High School.
Lamp of knowledge, wisdom, virtue, light of hope and faith and love, we will follow your wise guiding, lead us safely on our way. Convent High School youth, we're our island's pride, we the leaders of tomorrow. In the shadow of Christ's cross, one in mind and heart and hand, one in mind and heart and hand, true to church, to home and land, true to church, to home and land, ready to fight for God and country, honor, duty, purity. We strive for our ideal, sure that effort conquers all. Convent High School youth, we're our island's pride, we the leaders of tomorrow. In the shadow of Christ's cross, one in mind and heart and hand, one in mind and heart and hand, true to church, to home and land, true to church, to home and land.
All right, we say thank you to Ms. Landa, teacher at the Convent High School. We will now invite Honorable Oscar George, Senator and the Minister of State in the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development. Students, please remain on the line. The students, we ask you to remain on the line as you will be inspected by the Honorable Oscar George. Minister of State in the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development with special responsibility for sports, youth and sports, and he will be assisted by Mr. Trevor Shillingford, sports coordinator at the sports division.
Let us enter into covenant with Christ, celebrating the youth
Welcome back to the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, where we're about to see the championship match in the Under-20, the Sports Division Secondary Schools Tournament. We just had the two schools singing their school song. We had Leandra Landa assisting in the Convent High School school song. Then we had the Minister of State in the Ministry of Sports, Senator Oscar George, and the sports coordinator meeting the teams. We can run through the two teams. It's the Under-20 championship match between the Portsmouth Secondary School and the defending champions, the Convent High School. With me is Gavin Richards. He has been watching what has been transpiring all afternoon. It has been a wonderful afternoon so far, and the expectancy is quite high, Gavin, for this match coming up.
Oh, definitely, Andy, definitely. This is going to be an interesting match. Two powerhouses in Dominica's netball at the secondary schools level. You know, every time you have a netball competition, you always hear of the Convent High School, the Portsmouth Secondary School, the Dominica State College. You know, these sort of schools dominated, especially at the Under-20 division. And, you know, I think we're in for a very interesting game this afternoon.
Yes, the team reads Shanita Casey, the Convent High School team, goal shooter. In fact, the Portsmouth Secondary School, I beg your pardon, Shanita Casey, the goal shooter, Lamaya Ford, one, you can't miss out that name, table tennis champion, basketball champion, netball champion, whatever she does, she does it well.
As well.
Football champion. There's Maya Didier, the wing attack. Timisia Pielui, the center, Jewel Benjamin, the wing defense, Nisha Remy, the goal defense, and Nelia Aaron, the goalkeeper. And then for Convent, some prominent names, Gavin.
Yes, some prominent names as well. The captain, Kenya John, who's also a national player as well, captain the national under-16 team as well, and made a debut at the national level as well, senior women's team. Janelli Williams, we have Natalia Dawe, who's going to be playing the center position, Kimaya Philip, the wing defense, and Alian Tuse in the goal defense, and goalkeeper Anasha Avisha Pinard. Well, some interesting names.
Yes.
Yeah, we tried our best. We butchered a few, but we tried our best.
And the umpires, Jennifer Nanton and Elizabeth Joseph. They are the ones with the whistle this afternoon, the umpires. Just to go back on the game, the previous game, Gavin, where we were interested in finding out how well the girls shot. And Chloe Gregoire, she had 18 attempts and she scored 12.
Wow.
And Noelis Didier, 15 attempts, she scored 9. But the interesting thing, Diane Augustine of the Castlebrook Secondary School had 10 attempts. And I won't let you guess, she made 9 out of the 10.
Wow.
90%. And you can see why we were saying that was a good tactical move by the Castlebrook Secondary School to change her. But we can understand why with the injury to Selena Winston.
Yes, it was. But like we said, and we wanted to highlight that Augustine really was an outstanding player for the Castlebrook Secondary School. Yes, they lost the game, but there are a lot of positives that Castlebrook Secondary School can take from this encounter. And in speaking with, one of the players after, she mentioned, that they were battling a number of injuries, and some of their key players were also down with the flu. So it really took a lot from Castlebrook Secondary School, to even come here this afternoon and try to win the championship.
Well, I can tell you that the teams which participated in the Under-20 competition, the Northeastern Comprehensive School Academics, the Dominica Grammar School, the Pierre Charles Secondary School, the Wesley High School, the Goodwill Secondary School, and the Dominica State College. The Convent High School, they topped their zone, and the PSS, they beat the Dominica State College in a playoff match. The PSS getting 22 goals, to which the Dominica State College got 18, a pretty close game. But in the end, the PSS making their way to the finals by beating the Dominica State College in the playoff match. The Convent High School having topped the zone. They are the defending champions, and we just heard the public address announcer mentioning the two umpires, Jennifer Nanton, that's not a new name at all, who represented Dominica for many a year, was a tremendous goal shooter, and with her is Elizabeth Joseph, who has really done fantastic work in the field of umpiring in netball.
Definitely, Andy. So just about set, and we can just feel the vibe. You know, a bit of a difference from the DJ. And you want to give the DJ some kudos, playing some real positive music, and the gospel hit there from Sinach. And just before we heard another gospel remix from Ridge, Cross the Bridge with Carlin XP and company. So some good positive vibes there at the stadium.
Yes, and the thing is that it's lively. It has the girls bouncing. You can see them. You can use that song as an exercise song. You can bounce on it. It's really not a boring, and it really lends to the atmosphere here at Windsor Park. Ration.
Andy, looks like I might have to bring you on stage to do some singing.
Well, I heard you ran away from the stage. You said you were in cricket that day, and you said wait for you, and everyone was waiting, and then no show, no appearance, your worship. What caused that, David? Was it the flu? Make an excuse. It wasn't the rain.
Well, actually, I think I have a valid excuse. I had some baby duties.
Oh,
yes.
Oh no, you cannot shun that duty at all.
Yes, I recently had a newborn, and she was just a few weeks old. And when I got home that night, I had to come back to the Calypso. But the newborn was up, and I was at work for the entire day. It just didn't feel right to leave. I'm sorry to disappoint my many fans.
When duty calls, Gavin, you've got to respond.
Yes.
And as a man, a responsible father, you did the correct thing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we're about to get started here. What promises to be an exciting match. The Convent High School, they are dominating the school's netball so far. But you can see it's a spirited Portsmouth Secondary School. And let's hope the fire remains a long time for them, because I can tell you, Kenya, John, and them, they definitely will come out with the full force.
Definitely, definitely. So it will be the Portsmouth Secondary School in the green with the first possession. And we're just about set to get underway. The finals of the secondary schools under 20 competition being organized by the sports division. Just dotting the I's, crossing the T's. We're underway. Quarter number one. Portsmouth Secondary School immediate with it, and Convent High School comes away with the turnover. So the Convent High School in their blue, Portsmouth Secondary School in their green. And immediately there's a player down, and we heard a bit of a shout from the player as she went down. We can see that the medic is already running onto the court.
And umpire Nanton immediately saying to stop the clock. It's important because a running clock, Gavin, and you've got to stop it. But just in the first minute, and already a player down. It looks like a Portsmouth Secondary School player. They have the green outfits, black trousers, and yellow. They're signing the markings of the positions in yellow. It's really lens, really beautiful. The Convent High School, on the other hand, with their blue and their positions etched in a sort of grayish color, but all looking quite very good here. It's a good picture. The fans, the Convent High School fans, still around. They've seen one team retain their championship and not looking good at all. The player being taken off, carried off the court,
Yes,
Gavin.
carried off the court. So
And really very early in the piece, the Portsmouth Secondary School having most likely to make a substitution.
yes, and we were unable to really catch the player, the name of the player who's gone down, but immediately a substitution being made, and the player coming on is wing defense. So the wing defense for Portsmouth would be Jewel Benjamin. So it looks like Jewel Benjamin might have picked up that injury. We wish her well, and we'll see if we can get some more information as to what exactly is going on. Maybe she can make a return, as we saw in the first match when Winston went down for Castlebrook Secondary. But it's Portsmouth with the first attempt at goal, and they've missed.
Good jump there by the center for the Portsmouth Secondary School, preventing the pass from moving forward. Ball to the center. Center passes it across, finds the wing attack. She loses the ball, but Kenya John, the goal attack for Convent, has the ball. The goal shooter will try to Monique Edwards, and she has a penalty shot. And Kenya John gets the Convent High School on the boards. 1 to the Convent High School. They also have the center pass.
And you can hear the horns and the celebration from the Convent High School supporters in their number, and more importantly, the majority of them are in their school uniform as well.
What a great show of support. There's no mistaking who they have come here to support. There's contact that should be is obstruction, penalty pass, shots taken, and the goal shooter, Monique Edwards, gets 1. So moves the Convent High School to 2. Nice pass to the goal attack. Gives it to the center, gives it back to the goal attack. Takes a step, shoots and scores. A good shot. Good working up of the ball there by the Portsmouth Secondary School.
Well, that's Lamaya Ford. And this is going to be an interesting battle between Lamaya and Kenya John on the opposite end for the Convent High School. 2 prolific attackers. And it will be quite the handful for the defense. As there's another opportunity and basket again.
She gives it to Edwards, and Edwards makes no mistake. So Ford is the goal attack. She has the ball now. Bounce pass, good one to the wing attack. Tries to get the center. The center, Natalia Dawe, tries a long pass, tries to get Ford. But Ford cannot hold on to the ball. It goes out for a pass from the goal line.
And Andy, you mentioned at the start Lamaya Ford and the number of sporting disciplines that she takes part in. Table tennis, she dominates. Football, she's a member of the national under-20 team, also the senior women's team as well. Basketball, prolific MVP performance there as well. But netball, she also, it speaks for itself, the work that she does in netball.
A tremendous athlete.
Tremendous indeed.
Yes, and although let's watch that, a shot taken and scores. So 1 more to Convent. They move on by 4. And even when we're in the CONCACAF, she scored a goal against Bermuda,
yes,
allowing Dominica to win by 2-1. So even in almost the darkest moment of football for women, 22 love and 7 love. They bounced back well, and Lamaya Ford was on the board getting a goal.
And Lamaya Ford is just an example of, what we need in Dominica sports if you're to get to the next level. Someone who not just participates in other sporting activities, but dominates in other sporting activities. And I just hope that the necessary associations do what they have to do. As another basket or another goal, I should say, for the Convent High School. The necessary associations and stakeholders do what they have to do to make sure that they nurture the talent of Lamaya Ford.
Yes, well, I think Ford is someone who deserves to get a scholarship to go and really do further studies and her athletic prowess.
Definitely.
Someone was telling me when I was telling them all about what she plays, they were asking, does she play cricket? That'll be a little bit of plenty asking from her. But I think when someone has good hand-eye coordination,
Yes.
they can play almost any sport.
Yes, I would back her to play cricket if she does eventually maybe want to take it up. But back her to the netball as Convent High School again if another goal, Kenya John, and they're stretching the lead. It's already 6-1 in favor of the Convent High School.
It will be difficult for the Portsmouth Secondary School to really challenge the Convent High School with the experience of Kenya John, and it doesn't seem that Monique Edwards is no slouch. She's really ably assisting Kenya, and I dare say the Convent High School, they have two good shooters, and they're making the best of the opportunities.
And what this does, Andy, when one team jumps out to a big lead like this, especially in the finals, that just puts more pressure on the opposing team, because they start to attempt to be extra cautious, try not to make mistakes, and it doesn't allow them to play, their free-flowing game.
But you can see the Convent High School, they are quite a confident team, and nothing is better than confidence. When you have the confidence, you come out there, you have done it before, defending champions, and you come out there to really put on a good show. And they're doing that. Kenya John gets a good pass, and there's a call. Looks like it will be a free pass. Looks like a free pass to the Convent High School. She gets Monique Edwards, the goal shooter, will attempt a shot and will score.
Oh, this is starting to be problems for Portsmouth Secondary School. Definitely not the start that they would have wanted. And you can just look at the body language, just look at the center player.
And the height of Monique Edwards and her accuracy is really very good this afternoon. And Kenya, the aggressive, agile player, giving her the ball, and the two of them in combination, certainly a deadly combination for the Convent High School.
Well, Maya Ford is trying her best to get into the game, passes off to the goal shooter, takes a shot, misses. Ford gets the rebound, and Ford puts it in. So,
well, they will need Lamaya Ford to attempt many more shots if they are really to put any pressure on the Convent High School.
But not just only that, they will also need some stops on the other end. So they will need Nisha Remy and Anelia Aaron, the goal defense and goalkeeper, to try to do something to keep the Kenya John and Edwards quiet on the other end. Well, walk-in violation called by the experienced Jennifer Nanton.
Yes, footwork, they say. You're with that traveling, you're so much in that basketball. As your name of your team, Old School?
Old School.
Old School. A season coming up again, which your co-host, Delvin, had lots of problems understanding, but we'll get to that at some other time. As Lamaya Ford has the ball, gives it to the goal defense. Remember, you can stay more than 3 seconds with the ball, so it's a fast-moving game. The center, Timisia Pielui, gives it to Ford, and Ford, there is an infringement, so it's a free
might have
pass.
just stepped out of the court.
It's a free pass, and the center for Convent, Natalia Dawe, they're moving quite quickly. Nice pass to the goal defense, gets the wing defense. That's the PSS trying to get to Ford. The center tries to put it back into play, but it's out for a throw-in from the sideline.
Well, Andy, we're getting some relief finally from the scorching sun that we had for the entire afternoon. Some well-appreciated cloud cover as Convent High School adds another one. The lead has gone up to 6.
Yes, a shot from a little distance this time, not quite under the pool. And Kenya John just leaned back. She's a national player. Remember Kenya John? And she's really, when you reach the high standard, when you reach the high level, you've got to maintain and show that you belong in the big league.
And it says a lot about Kenya John that she made the national team, and I think she was just about 17. And, you know, was the captain of the under-16 team the year before. And really won a household name that you really have to get yourself, well, a name that I should say you should get yourself familiar with, because she's going to be a household name in the near future if she continues on this pace.
The granddaughter of Clem John.
Ah, well, it runs in the family. There you go.
And Candia John, her mother. Yes, so, and your good friend, Jelani Robinson, part of that whole family. So she comes from a prominent sporting family.
Yes.
So the attack there by Convent High School, they lose the ball to the center. Timisia Pierre-Louis gives it back to Timisia, gives it to Lamaya Ford. Ford is with the ball. She needs to give it up. The goal defense has it, pushes it, gets it there. A bounce pass, trying to get Ford, trying their best to get Ford involved in the game. But the Convent High School girls, they know Ford is the danger person on the PSS. They're really clamping down on her, not giving her the space to allow her to free up herself.
Ooh. And into the bench there. But good to see that she wasn't hurt and back up on her feet.
So the goal shooter has a free shot. She shoots and misses. So really not doing the job for the Portsmouth Secondary School. And not too sure the kind of a person that Lamaya Ford is. I don't think she would want to stand up under the basket as a goal shooter. Should much rather be the goal attack, where she can run right up to the center. Monique Edwards, bounce pass, lovely pass to John. John shoots and once again scores. So one more to the Convent High School. They move on to 9. 9 goes to 2.
Well, that's pretty much automatic once Kenya John gets the ball that deep. Doesn't miss much from there. And the score is 10-2 actually, Andy. It's gone up to an 8-point lead.
Yes. And now Ford gets a chance and she scores. So Lamaya Ford, I believe, needs to get the ball in her hands much more often if the PSS are to really fight this game and really take the fight to the Convent High School.
Well, Ford is
she
down.
falls down, Ford falls down. But in the attempt to feed Lamaya Ford, they're making lots of errors, Gavin.
Yes. Something similar to what we saw in the first game with Castlebrook Secondary School. And the difficulties they had trying to get Diane Augustine into the game. Edwards will have a free shot or pass, takes the shot, makes the shot. And the lead has gone up to 10.
So Monique Edwards not wanting to be undone by Kenya John. She is the goal shooter. She's very tall, slim, but very accurate. John, more stockily built and very athletic, running as the goal attack position. You've really got to be very agile. And she's showing her agility. Here the ball with a scuffle there, and someone is down, and she immediately, almost like crying immediately. And that really, that emotion, you know, for the ladies, you've got to take it quite easy before you say too much, Gavin.
Yes.
Because in a jiffy, after they realized it wasn't as bad as they thought, they bounced back.
Well, it looked a nasty collision, though, to be honest. And I think I heard the clattering of maybe the knees, and we can see the medic Cleavon Vidal already doing some work on the knee.
And I can tell you, it's not sponge out there.
No.
When you fall on that, your body get bruised and battered. And we can see he's stretching it out. He has already brought out something. He may have applied some peroxide on it already. She's been helped up to, and already they have been making some adjustments, some substitution. The coach taking no chances whatsoever. Colin John decides, well, take a breather, and a bit later you will return to action.
So she'll get some more treatment on the side. Well, actually, she's heading straight to the bench. So she looks to be okay, getting some applause from the spectators as well. Back on the court, Portsmouth misses again, and it will be possession for Convent.
Wow.
Convent looking to come the other way. It's with the wing attack. Good ball movement there. Kenya John comes forward for it. Finds Edwards. Edwards has some good position. Takes a shot and makes it. That's some good ball movement. Good netball from the Convent High School.
And great skill by Edwards. You can see she has the shooting stroke because there's no backboard. The net, the pole is 10 feet. And she really has the good arc. It's something with your wrist. You've got to send it up properly because if you send it flat, you'll just be hitting the net. But you've got to loop it, Gavin,
yes,
and let it drop into the net, as they say, net only, and not really touching a rim or anything. That's the way to do it in netball.
So the Convent High School.
I know Gavin likes to use the backboard in
basketball. But the Convent High School enjoying the good first quarter.
It's a free pass to the Convent High School. The goal defense gives it to the wing attack. Wing attack gives it to Monique Edwards and shoots from a distance and scores. So Monique Edwards is on fire here for the Convent High School. Shooting from anywhere and shooting quite accurately.
And I think that might be the end of the quarter. Yes, it is. End of the quarter. And looking at the scoreboard, 12-3 in favor of the Convent High School. A dominating quarter from them as they look to retain their championship.
Yes, running away there. Excellent shooting, especially from Monique Edwards. Not to be undone by Kenya John. Kenya John, a national player. The goal attack. But I can tell you, Monique Edwards is really putting on a show. Really, she and Kenya John in combination, they have been a bit too much for the Portsmouth Secondary Schools. On the other hand, the Portsmouth Secondary School, their goal shooter hasn't got her act together, and there's a lot of pressure on Lemaya Ford, the goal attack, and there's not much that she can do. Lemaya Ford.
There's some correction on the. I think we might have given Kenya John the wrong parents. It's not. I think you said it's Colleen. Was it? But yeah, but no, we will verify that there. But just getting some information there. But good afternoon to you, Kenya John. And your parents, your grandparents as well. One thing we know for sure is Clem John is her grandfather. We can't get that wrong. All right, so we're going to take a little break. It's the end of the first quarter. Convent High School 12, Portsmouth Secondary School 3. We'll be right back.
Hey yo, it's the Booyah Green Collar XP representing for DJ Rio.
What's up? She said, hey, back to some my left, back to some my right. Many on the bar, she's so beautiful. Est-ce qu'on t'a qu'à parler français for a vie de vibe? Pretty face, pretty smile, obligé à des bails, toi. Elle fait même pas signer un chaparé bail. Et en parlant dans ce ouais, faut pas y pétaille. À ton parler, pas ça cabaye. Big up Dino. Just feel it, I can feel it. Big up Dino. Big up DMS. One, two, three, say one. Where the difference? One. Where the difference? One. 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 Where the difference? One. Where the difference? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Say, Ibe, come inside. I don't want no children, so leave. Baby, Ibe, come inside. Leave. I don't want no children, so leave me alone, baby. Ibe, come inside. Leave me alone. I don't want no children.
All right, Andy, we're back. Second quarter action in this finals of the sports divisions, secondary schools under 20 competition for netball, Convent High School and the Portsmouth Secondary School. First quarter, all in favor of the Convent High School. They're leading 12-3. Of course, the players would have had some refreshments and some fresh set of instructions Let's see if Portsmouth can get back into the game. Good afternoon once again, Andy.
You see the center there, one who played earlier, the captain, Garcia Gage, on for Convent, center, and just a correction in the name of mother of Kenya, it's actually Aline John,
Yes.
who is the coach of the Convent team. So Kandea, sorry, just the aunt. But Kandea is a very good person. I think she's a nurse.
Yes.
And very good person, a good friend of mine. So the family kind of friendly with the whole family, with Clem and all. So good afternoon to you, Clem. I'm sure you and your wife are following what your daughter is doing out here at Windsor Park. I can tell you that they are doing quite well. The Convent High School, they lead by 12 goals to 3, playing in the championship match against the Portsmouth second.
So Convent looking to add on, build on that lead. It's with Kenya John, miss automatic, and gets a goal. It's gone up to 14-3. Convent High School running away with this one.
Well, we're going to pray that the sun goes down a little bit more, because we can hardly see the goal there at the northern end. Convent High School shooting towards the goal at the northern end, and the Portsmouth Secondary School shooting the goal to the southern end. Goal defense has the ball for the Portsmouth Secondary School. The ball, I'm not too sure if there was some contact, but there was contact, so it will be a free pass awarded to the Portsmouth Secondary School. Free pass taken, gives it there, not in control. No, the goal shooter has the ball, takes a shot, and here's an attempt.
Yeah, KC unable to convert for the Portsmouth Secondary School, and they have to give Lamaya Ford some sort of support.
Isn't having the best of matches, and that is to put it mildly, because the goal defense, Alian Tuse, and the goalkeeper, Bishop Pinard. Looks like Ford taking a shot and scoring one more for the Portsmouth Secondary.
So Andy, for Portsmouth to get themselves back into the game, they have to set some small targets. Right now, the deficit is, 13-4. But they're down, but they're not out. And they just have to sort of set some small targets. Try to get some runs where they can maybe hold, the Convent High School maybe to, well, as you see, Convent getting onto the score sheet again. So
Totally impressed with her. She's very accurate, she's tall, she's slim, and she has the wing attack and the goal attack, really delivering many balls to her, and she's not missing. And that's a problem for the Portsmouth Secondary.
definitely is. Can they find a way to sort of counteract the dominance being showed by Edwards and Kenya John?
Wing attack, Nelly Williams tries a lob pass, trying to get to Monique Edwards once again. Here's an attempt on this occasion, and to have our hand as a shade, as you can see, goal. But I just need to believe us in a few moments that sun will go down. Monique Edwards shoots, misses, ball with the Portsmouth Secondary, tries a bounce pass, but hands it over to Kenya John. John gives it to Ginelli Williams. There is a free pass. She gives it to Gage. Gage gives it back to Edwards. Edwards again will attempt a shot, and she misses. Not often that you say Edwards misses, but that's the nature of the game. She's had a very good afternoon. The side
Well, here comes Portsmouth, and that's going to be a tough pass to keep inside, and unable to do so is Lamaya Ford. And here comes Convent trying to go the other way.
As we see another goal scored there. 15 it is, the Convent High School.
So you know what that means, Andy. It means that the future is going to be extremely bright for the Convent High School, with a number of the players on the under-20 team actually under 16 members. Gives them a few years as well. As we have a little bit of a interruption, as a youngster who wants to play some netball. You're too young though, you have a few more years. Wait your turn.
And there's another youngster joining, and it's really good fun out here at the Windsor Box forecourt. As the game continues, the Maya Ford tries a lob pass there.
Yes, that's another good shot from Monique Edwards. And I know a lot of attention has been placed on Kenya John throughout the afternoon, but Monique Edwards is having herself quite a big game as well. 16-4, the lead. Convent High School dominating on both ends of the court, defensively and offensively. There's another turnover. Convent High School will attempt to come down the court. So it's already 10 minutes to 6 here. Well, what was already a difficult task is becoming even more challenging for the Portsmouth Secondary School.
Well, it looks like a one-sided affair presently.
They've-
can the Portsmouth to restore respectability, try to get a few goals, take the pressure. They won't be allowed to go defender. If the wing defender engage the center, then Kenya John a chance and takes it, catch, gives it to the attack. The wing attack there. Ultimately cleared ball from the goal line pass. Nice lob, trying to get the tall player, Monica Edwards. The ball goes out for throwing from the sideline. Gives it there to the wing attack, lobs the ball, a shoulder pass. Kenya John shoots, misses, and it's out. Goes out for a throw-in from the goal line.
Well, Andy, we can just quickly bring the listeners, viewers up to date with what went on in the regional cricket match today. Windwards and Guyana Happy Eagles. Not a good day for the Windwards. They lost that game by 10 wickets. Going down to Guyana, Windwards were bowled out for 135 in their second innings. They started that innings, just around a little after 1 o'clock this afternoon, and being bowled out in basically one session or session and a half. Not the best of starts. And also there was a massive victory for the Leeward Islands Hurricanes over the CCC by over 300 odd runs. So some interesting results in this round of matches.
Opposing target set by the Leeward Islands in excess of 500 runs.
Yes, in excess of 500.
Yeah, really was good. And a few players got centuries. Joel, Andrew, to be mentioned. It's good that he's just maybe by 17, 18 years, and for him to be in the scheme of things speaks volumes for the young man.
Definitely so. And definitely one to look out for the future. Is already made or been selected, I should say, to the West Indies ODI team. And, if he continues at that pace, might be a matter of time before he gets a call up to the test team. Who knows what Darren Sammy might have in mind.
Well, just one more thing on the cricket. The Barbados team, they brought in what they call the big guns. They brought in Hope, they brought in Holder, they brought in
Chase,
they
yes.
brought in
Warwican.
everybody, and they were beaten in less than 2 days.
Can you imagine that?
And 121. And innings and some runs, maybe 50-something runs. Really a poor performance at Kensington.
Yes.
The method. The play continues here. Giving us a bit of a break. We were really getting the full race. Convent and Monica Edwards. Another goal to Edwards.
Well, one-way traffic here at Windsor Park. The Portsmouth Secondary School have managed only one goal so far in this quarter. Convent High School piling on the pressure. It's now 18-4. And Convent High School well on their way to retaining their under-20 netball championship.
And KC scores. KC scores. A goal there for the Portsmouth Secondary School. Get many more goals.
Not at all. Definitely not at all. And defensively, again, Convent High School just doing what they can to put the Portsmouth Secondary School off, and unable to score on these two attempts with the PSS.
the Bishop Pinard for the convent. We've been speaking all about Edwards and John, but I can tell you, Pinard and Tuse, they have really kept the
Coming the other way again is the Convent High School, but broken up there. Portsmouth. Maybe if they can go on a 4-0 run, you know, they can just start to chip away slowly but surely into this mammoth of a lead. But no, it's been all Convent High School. Bit of a loose pass. It's done well to keep it in. And just trying to work the ball around, but just can't get themselves in good shooting positions. And that goes again to credit to the defense of the Convent High School. They're really making life difficult for Portsmouth. And a loose ball, and they'll come away with it. It's Gage. What a loose pass there from Gage.
lovely catch there by the center. Bishop Pinard, goalkeeper, and the defense, Ali and Tuse, goalkeeper Maya Ford, and Shanita Casey, all that they could bargain for.
So not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, like you said, on the Convent High School, really showing that they're a class above the PSS.
And with the amount of work that Ford has had to do, so he's taking a toll on her. Just for a air ball there. It's really tough, you know. The netball is a fast-moving game, and to be the goal attack, the whistle goes. That is end of the first half. Portsmouth Secondary School starting just through to their first quarter three. They have moved to on the other hand, the Convent High School, they have added 7 more to their first quarter score. So at the end of the second quarter,
Yes, one-way traffic here at Windsor Park. And the Portsmouth Secondary School and their supporters will be hoping that something can happen in the second period. I think the third quarter is really going to be crucial. If the Portsmouth Secondary School cannot win the third quarter, this match is all over. And they're down by 14 at halftime. Let's see how things will unfold. So, Andy, we're going to take a break. 19-5, sorry, in favor of the Convent High School. We'll be back with the third quarter action in a moment. All right, back with our third quarter action in this finals of the under-20 sports divisions, the secondary schools competition. Convent High School out with a comfortable lead here as we're wrapping up proceedings, bringing the curtains down on the secondary schools netball program. Earlier on, we saw the Convent High School retain their under-16 championship, and they're on their way to making it another double here at Windsor Park. They say good afternoon once again to Andy Carter.
Well,
Good evening, I should say.
Well, thank goodness the sun, the rays of the sun has gone west, the setting of the sun, but it seems to be setting also on the Portsmouth Secondary School. They've just added one more. I see the scorer not getting it right as yet. So, in fact, the Convent High School getting one more, so they have moved on to 20. And the Portsmouth Secondary School, 5. So, the Convent High School shooting towards this goal to the southern end, and PSS to the goal to the northern end. She shoots and she scores. The goal shooter for the PSS gets another goal. So it's the 26, the score in favor of the Convent High School.
Convent High School just have to be careful. Yes, they haven't lost a game throughout the entire tournament. They're just a quarter and change away from retaining their championship. But they also would not want to let their foot off the gas. They would also not want to get complacent and think that they've already won the game, because they could find themselves in some trouble in the fourth quarter. So let's see how things will unfold. But that's would have been a block in basketball, but that's not allowed in netball. To be a free shot for the Convent High School.
So we have seen a few changes for the Portsmouth Secondary School. We can see that Casey is now moving from the goal shooter to the goal attack. And there's a new goal shooter. There's another goal scored for the Convent High School, 21-6 in favor of Convent. Earlier we saw the Convent High School retain their under-16 title with a 21-10 win over the Castle Bruce Secondary School.
So another goal to add as Convent High School continues to pile on the pressure, build on that score. As we're getting some nice cool breeze now from the Rosa River coming down the Rosa Valley. Now we have some real excellent conditions for sporting activities, Andy.
Yes, coming in the third quarter, so when it's almost done. But these are the kind of conditions, but the schools and the school children, 20 years, although they can play maybe from 6, but it's all right, it's all right. You don't want to say too much, and then the children are out or 10 o'clock in the night. So the game will finish just about after 6 or thereabout, and it will be a good time that everything will have been settled with the, I dare say, the Convent High School retaining their both championships.
Yes, definitely, and I can imagine what the assembly will be like on Monday with the victorious teams. I know that Convent High School, they have some real good school spirit. And they'll surely get a hero's welcome on Monday morning as they head back down the court again. Gage. And good ball movement. Can they get a goal for their rewards?
Good ball movement. They're really stepping it up. Gets it to Gage. Gage center. Tries to get it to John. But there was a very good ball movement there by the Convent High School.
And you can just see acres of space that the way that they move the ball so quickly and moving without the ball as well. You can clearly see that they put the Portsmouth Secondary School off their game. As the ball has gone out. Believe it to be possession for Portsmouth. It's 11 past 6. Andy, I believe at 6:20 we head across to the 88.1 FM to join the evening newscast to give an update as to what's going on.
Nice fun there.
So
Dominant performance there by the under 20, the Convent High School team. They have really come out here with purpose. And from the looks of it, Gavin, I don't want to be too presumptuous. It looks like with the players, as you spoke, coming from under 16, already playing in the under 20, they'll have a few years ahead of them. I dare say that the Convent High School will be a team to beat in the coming 2 or 3 years.
The only thing I think, Andy, that may just put us off is that some of the under 16 students, from what we're told, are already in fifth form. So they might be moving on to the state college. So we might find the state college might be a superior team next season. But we just have to wait to see. But nonetheless, it still says, it speaks volumes of the work that the coaches have been doing in the Convent High School girls.
Edwards shoots once more. And once again, it's a goal for Edwards. How well she has shot this afternoon. I'm totally impressed with the work of Monique Edwards. Tremendous athlete, and one they've got to have in the youth teams. There's the senior team, there's also the under 23 team, and I dare say that Monique Edwards will be one to look towards in the future. She has the art, it requires the skill, and she certainly demonstrates that she has that ability to shoot and to shoot accurately. And with high percentages, I always believe in percentages. A shot taken by the goal shooter for PSS, shoots again, she hits the front of the rim, and an obstruction. She has a penalty shot, she takes it and converts.
Well, we've lost the rays of the sun, and now we're at the mercy of the lights at the stadium. Just noticed that the lights on the netball court don't seem to be on, indeed. Hoping that is not a problem and it's just something that will be quickly sorted out. The lights are on the volleyball court and the other netball court, but not on the court number 1 that we're playing on right now.
Well, I presume that the young ladies, the eyesight will be much better than mine for sure. Can't talk for Gavin, but for mine, I'm sure they can see. It's not that dark yet, but they should. The lights take a bit of time to warm up, so maybe it's time to already switch it on, I must say.
All right, so it's Friday evening, lovely Friday evening, cool conditions at the stadium.
Can't complain now, Gavin.
Yeah, no complaints at all. And quite the lovely ambience as well. Good, exciting netball.
You look quite relaxed, Gavin, after that scorching hit. Really took its toll on us. We had to be hydrated several times over and over. But thank goodness it's over. Nice pass there. Attempts to get to John, but the ball goes out. Looks like it will be throw in from the goal line. Or was there some obstruction? No. It seemed to have touched PSS player. Ball with, and they seem like they're freezing the ball. I don't think they're in the position to freeze. They kept just short passes and not making no advancement with the ball. And maybe is it a sign of giving up, Gavin?
Well, let's hope not, because there's still, 5 minutes left in the third quarter and another 15 minutes to play in the fourth. as they've gotten another goal. That's Portsmouth Secondary.
So Casey scores. Casey, who started as the goal shooter, now as the goal attacker, and converting one. So the score reads Convent High School 24 and PSS 8. Kenya John is blocked there by the goal defense. Ball attacking now through the PSS. Good attack. The goal attack tries to get to the center. Ball is out of play for, looks like it will be a throw in from the sideline by the center, Timisia Pilwi. The defense of the Convent High School piling on the pressure. Not just saying that they've got it won, they're defending with all their might. Trying to get to John, intercepted nicely. Ball with the Portsmouth Secondary School. The ball bounces loosely and it gets the Portsmouth Secondary School player last, and it will be the goal defender, gives it to the center, wing attack, gives it to Monique Edwards, passes it beautifully there to John. John takes a shot and scores.
So another one to add to the basket. Convent High School running away with this one. 25-8. And the Portsmouth Secondary School, they're trying. They haven't given up, but they just had no answer at all for the Convent High School and the way that they've gone about executing things. As if Gage finds John, looking to find Edwards. And that pass broken up. And Portsmouth trying to break the other way. And good defense there from the Convent High School. That was a two-set. Got a hand onto it. Long pass. And good defensive work, but unable to complete it. And she will have another attempt. And converts. So 25-9. 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
You ask for lights, Gavin, and you have lights. If not the full court, but at least there's some light. That might be sufficient to complete the game. So we are seeing the electronic scoreboard up now. It's bright there, 25-9, a minute and 39 seconds, and going down rather quickly, the seconds ticking away. And so are the chances of the Portsmouth Secondary School ticking away quite rapidly.
And behind us, we have some students or some people doing some volleyball training as well. So Windsor Park forecourt, always a multi-purpose court.
I was hoping to see our good friend, our scorer, Sydney John, out there getting not only setting but spiking. But maybe when we get a chance to look behind us, because the volleyball is being played behind us. What is in front of us is netball. Gage with the ball, tries to get to Edwards. Edwards will take a long shot. It will roll around the rim. She tries to get it back, but fails in her attempt. The ball goes out for what will be a pass from the sideline.
So Convent High School defensively doing quite well. That's forcing a long pass, and they've gotten the loose ball. And they come again going the other way. And just trying to see if they can add some more, but Portsmouth getting the loose ball again. You can see we're winding down the third quarter. 2 seconds to go. 1 second. That's it. That's the whistle. 3 quarters completed, and it's 25-9. That's the advantage for the Convent High School. 25-9. (25-9) is the score. So, Andy, we've come to the end of the third quarter, and I think that works in quite nicely because we're also going live now to the radio 88.1 FM frequency to join the DVS Evening News already in progress. And we're going across to give a quick update as to what's going on. So we're into the finals of the under-20 competition. It's the Convent High School up against the Portsmouth Secondary School. And it's been one-way traffic in this under-20 finals. 3 quarters are completed. It's the Convent High School leading 25-9. So the Convent High School well on their way to retaining their championship. And of course, they will be following in the footsteps of the under-16 team who won the under-16 division. That's the Convent High School won the under-16 division, beating the Castlebrew Secondary School 21-10 in that final. We had Chloe Gregoire, who made 12 out of 18 attempts for the Convent High School, and Norris Didier, 9 out of 15 for the Convent High School team as well. And it was really Deanne Augustine who made 9 out of 10 attempts for the Castlebrew Secondary School as she tried her best to keep them into the match, but in the end it was too much from Gregoire and Didier. Convent High School winning the under-16 championship 21-10, beating the Castlebrew Secondary School. And we're at the under-20 finals, and the under-20 finals again is the Convent High School well on their way to winning that championship. It's 25-9 at the end of 3 quarters. Just 1 more quarter to go, but it's been all one-way traffic. Andy, I don't know if you want to give a quick comment. All right, so 25-9 at the end of 3 quarters, and we go back to the DVS Evening News with the good news that the Convent High School are the under-16 champions, and that they're well on their way to winning the under-20 championship. All right, so start of the 4th quarter. 15 minutes away at the Convent High School from retaining the under-20 sports division netball championship. It's going to take an effort of monumental proportions for the Portsmouth Secondary School to get back into the game.
Indeed, 25-9 the score is, and the Convent High School not relenting. They're keeping on the pressure. They keep on attacking. Just 14 more minutes, and they will have accomplished the double. The under-16 team already retaining the title of under-16 champions, and it's just a few minutes away before the under-20 team will have conquered the title of the sports division secondary schools netball tournament. And this sports division actively involved in a lot of sports lately. They had the football under-20, under-15, under-14 championship, and they have basketball. There was cricket today at the stadium as John shoots and scores another goal for the Convent High School. 26 Convent High School, 9 to the Portsmouth Secondary School.
And pretty much academic at this point in time for the Convent High School. I'm quite sure that very soon you'll start to hear some more excitement from their supporters as we bring the curtains down on the fourth quarter. And they really start with the celebrations. Convent High School in full force, both in support and in terms on the court as well, offensively and defensively. And they deserve to be champions, Andy.
Yes, their play was totally dominant. Kenya John and Monique Edwards, they really put on a good show in the attacking area, and in the defense they had people like Alian Tuse and Avisha Pinard, Kimaya Philip, they played the wing defense. Natalia Dawi played the center. Ginelli Williams played the wing attack. And all in all, a great team effort by the high school.
Great indeed. And 12 minutes and change to go in the fourth quarter. As it's Convent High School looking to maybe see if they can get to the 35 mark. I don't know. What sort of target do they think they probably have, at the back of their minds? Yes, they've won the game already, but I'm sure they're probably looking to score as many as possible.
Yes, what I observed, they have tried a few different positions. You can see Jarissa Gage now playing wing attack, and Kimaya Philip still in the wing defense position, but they have not eased up the pressure. They have a new goal shooter who scores. That looks like John, Kenya
Yes.
John. So they have relieved Monique Edwards of the goal shooter position, and it looks like Monique now playing the goal attack. And they have changed position somewhat. They're experimenting. They've got everything under control presently. Time ticking down slowly, and it's just a matter of a few minutes again, and they will be crowned champions of the under-20 sports division secondary schools competition.
Well, I think the Portsmouth Secondary School are probably saying that the clock is not moving fast enough. That they can probably, just put this behind them, this defeat behind them, and, start to prepare for the next season. Still want to say, all is not lost. There's still a major achievement in getting into the finals.
The only thing I think left to be achieved is if Kenya John can surpass the shooting of Monique Edwards.
Yes.
But does she have enough time to do that?
Yes.
She has the ability, there's no doubt about it. But Monique Edwards put on a fantastic showing of good poise and good art, good skill in her shooting ability. She is now the goal attack, giving the ball, trying to get to Kenya. And Kenya won't disappoint. Anytime she gets the ball in that goal circle, she will convert.
All right. So, Andy, I believe that we're going to go back again to 88.1 FM to join the DBS Evening News to get a sense or to give them an update as to what's going on here at Windsor Park. So we're into the fourth quarter and just under 10 minutes to go, but I'm being told no, we have a few more seconds before we join them. So we can just continue to tell you what's going on here. Another turnover, Convent High School coming away with it.
Long pass, a shoulder pass they call that. Powerful passes in the game of netball. Remember, there are shoulder pass, there's the bounce pass, there's the chest pass, and certainly a shoulder pass, a very strong pass using the shoulder and not able to get to the player to which it was intended.
All right, so Andy, we're back with DBS Radio and the evening news. I want to say good evening again to the listeners of DBS Radio, the sports report, and a quick update here on the finals. It's been one-way traffic, like we said a bit earlier on, between the Convent High School and the Portsmouth Secondary School. Scores are now 28-9, and we have just about 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter. It's been a game dominated by the Convent High School with the likes of Edwards and the captain, Kenya John, really doing well offensively and defensively as well. Convent High School with Tuse and Pinard also, really putting the clamps down on Lamaya Ford and what the Portsmouth Secondary School would have been hoping to do. So as we speak to you, the listeners of DBS Radio, we can let you know that the Convent High School, 8 minutes away from retaining their championship, and this will be back-to-back championships for them. Remember, we told you a bit earlier on, they won the under-16 division as well, beating the Castlebrew Secondary School. So, Andy, we were back at the game, and of course, with Convent High School just continue to pile on that pressure as John shoots and misses, a rare miss. Was that
She
Edwards?
gave it to Edwards.
Yes.
Edwards, now they have changed the positions. Edwards now the goal attack, and John now the goal shooter. And a good interception there with the long arms of Edwards. Gives it to John. John takes a shot, not a very good one on that occasion. And she can't convert. But time ticking away. Convent High School. A dominant performance by them this evening. And they really deserve to be champions. They won the under-16 title. They retained the title over the Castlebrew Secondary School, trouncing them by 21-10. And amazing stats that Augustine took 10 shots and she converted 9, and still the Castlebrew Secondary School could only muster 10 goals.
Well, it took too much time on that occasion. Turnover for Convent High School. They'll hand the ball back to the Portsmouth Secondary School. Back underway again. And quite lovely atmosphere here at the stadium. You can see a number of the little ones, toddlers, I would say, running up and down along the sidelines. The Convent High School, out of their numbers in terms of support, it's also attracted, a few other students, young people, from Roseland environs here at the stadium.
It works wonders, when you see the children 2-3 years and they are all about enjoying. They have been involved in some sporting activity. It's really a good sign, Gavin. And they develop. They will develop, they will like something, they will want to be there on show at some time. So give them some time and we might see the same young girls there on the court in the next 5, 6, maybe 8 years. Who knows?
Well, Convent High School seems to have gone a little cold, Andy. Do they have the championship on their mind, or what's going on? They've missed a few opportunities.
Well, I can tell you, their hands are virtually on the cup already. There's pretty trophies I'm seeing there, very beautiful. A chance to get a goal, shoot, and score. So one more will be added. I think they've gone into double figures now. They're now 10, 28-10. 4 minutes, 32 seconds left in the fourth and final quarter. Again, totally dominated by the Convent High School. 12-3 in the first quarter, 19-5 in the second, 25-9 in the third, and they've only added 3 in the fourth as we come down to the closing moments.
Yes, I think this will really cap off what has been an excellent season for the Convent High School, undefeated. And we'll surely be celebrating throughout the weekend. Monday morning,
I believe that they just feel it's a fait accompli. It's all over about the shouting and just really toying now with the Portsmouth Secondary School. Only 3 goals they have converted in the final quarter. So really not really wanting to apply too much pressure, too much hurt on the Portsmouth Secondary School. They feel they have done sufficiently.
I think so too, and I think they're just enjoying the moment as well, and just allowing the clock to, tick down the final minutes. Wouldn't want to pick up any injury or anything like that, so just going through the motions.
Well, the Portsmouth Secondary School, in about the first minute, they had an unfortunate injury,
Yes.
and the player had to be taken to the China Friendship Hospital. So a bad start for them to have lost a player in the very first minute. A long shot taken there by Edwards, and they're all joking about it as the clock ticks down to 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes 48 seconds, and it's ticking away rather quickly. It's just in just a few, it will be all over.
So what a statement victory for the Convent High School, Queen of Dominica's netball at the secondary schools level. I'm sure the likes of the Dominica State College and academics and the other schools will be taking note. They will be putting things in place to see if they can come back. And there's an injury.
Just what you were saying that they should avoid. And maybe a bit of complacency has led to that injury there. And it looks like John?
Yes, it looks like the captain, Kenya John. And from the looks of it, maybe someone might have stepped just at the back of the ankle. That looks to be the area that the medic is dealing with. But she seems to be up. She has a limp. I'm not sure if she'll continue, but no, she's going off. Or switching positions at least. Switching positions.
Just what you were trying to say, Gavin, that they mustn't be too complacent. But why she's still on the court? I mean, she's the captain and maybe wanting to enjoy the moments.
But clearly, she's not 100%. Hasn't shaken off the little knock that she got. You can see she's walking very gingerly on her right.
Well,
or maybe she could just be playing possum because she's running right now.
And taking a shot. In fact, we'll get a penalty shot. And we'll shoot and we'll score. So we're in her pain. She adds more pain to the Portsmouth Secondary School.
and they're 1 goal away from making it 30. It's 29-11 in favor of the Convent High School. And comes up with the steal is Kenya John. And looking to find Edwards. And Edwards gets it, but she'll have to return the pass. See if Kenya John. Kenya thought about the shot. Gets better position this time. Takes it and makes it. So 30 on the scoreboard for the Convent High School. A 19-point lead. And we're into the final 45 seconds of this encounter. So 39 seconds to go, and it's the Portsmouth Secondary School with the possession. And any time from now, we will see some scenes of jubilation on the court, Andy.
Indeed. jubilation it will be. Dying moments coming up here, Convent High School. I could imagine how it will be on Monday at the assembly when the teams are announced as champions once again, defending their championship quite beautifully as we come to the end.
Well, Kenya John with it. 2 seconds on the clock. She will take the final shot, and she makes the final shot. And the whistle blows. 31-11, a 20-point lead for the Convent High School. And they're back-to-back champions in the sports division secondary schools under 20 netball championship.
Well, you can hear the crowd. What an exciting moment for the fans who stayed right to the end to watch the Convent High School retain the under 20 title. They won the under 16 title earlier. So they defended both the titles, the under 16 and the under 20 in this year's secondary school sports division netball competition. Gavin is on his way to have some words, which he usually does, so that he can fill you in tomorrow on the sports news. And it has been a wonderful afternoon here at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. One filled with activity, and it's always a pleasure to see young people enjoying sports. What a moment, what an atmosphere here at Windsor Park. And the sports division, they must be commended for having done a fantastic job in getting the teams ready, and the Convent High School, they have not disappointed. They end winning over the Portsmouth secondary schools by 31 goals to 11. At the end of the first quarter, Convent High School scored 12 goals. PSS, Portsmouth Secondary, had 3 goals. Second quarter, 19 to the Convent High School, 5 to the Portsmouth Secondary School. Third quarter, 25 to the Convent High School, Portsmouth Secondary School 9. And the final score, 31 to the Convent High School and 11 to the Portsmouth Secondary School. Gavin Richards is with the winning captain, Kenya John. Over to Gavin.
All right, so we got with us the captains from both teams. Let's start off with the winning captain of the Convent High School team, Kenya John. Kenya, what a dominating performance from your school this afternoon. Well, this evening, I should say. A quick thoughts on the game.
I felt as though we came here today to win. We came strong, and at the end, we did what we had to do to come out victorious.
All right, you were quite prolific up front as well with your partner as well. You know, how much do you think you two ladies dominated the game and really put Portsmouth out of it very early?
I can't really give an answer to that question, but I just feel like we put in our all and we did our best to win for our last time this school year.
All right, let's talk about the defensive showing, because Lamaya Ford, was the danger girl for the Portsmouth Secondary School. You girls did a very good job to keep her quiet.
Well, we did our best. Both of us are both talented players, and I guess at the end we also wanted to win most.
Back-to-back championships, Kenya. What do you make of this title run, going undefeated? What really pleases you most about this performance?
What pleased me most is the strength of my players. We've had bad news for one of our players, and today we really fought for her and her family, and I just want to commend all my teammates and my coaching staff. Proud of everyone.
How sweet is this victory?
Very sweet.
And what do you expect to happen on Monday when you ladies head back to school?
Rejoice. We expect applause, congratulations and stuff like that.
All right. Thank you very much, Kenya, and all the best.
Thank you.
All right. Let's quickly hear from Remy from the Portsmouth Secondary School. And, a tough afternoon for you ladies. What do you think things went wrong?
Well, I can't really say it was a hard fight, fair game. We both wanted the championship, but I guess they wanted it more. They pushed more. They strived more. We all have great players. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and they won, fair and square.
most challenging part about the game because Portsmouth really got off to the, not Portsmouth, sorry, Convent High School really got off to that big start, quick lead. You know, how much do you think that would have influenced our things this afternoon?
Well, we started off with our starting 7, but early into the game, one of our players got injured, rushed to the hospital. So that caused us to maybe break down a little bit. But, we tried. By the end of the day, they won.
All right, and still into the finals. I'm sure you must be happy, though, that you've made it to the finals. What can you take from this for next season?
Well, next season, I'll not be for the Portsmouth Secondary School. It's my last year. So I'm looking forward to playing at my next school, maybe DSC, maybe academics, never know. But I just want to keep motivating the younger teammates, the younger people in PSS to still play. It's not over. It's still have many, many, many years to go. So keep trying all the best. You never know what's coming next year. Kenya, all of us, we live in this school. So, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Remy. Commiserations. Safe journey home.
Yeah, same to you.
All right. That's Remy of the Portsmouth Secondary School. So, ladies and gentlemen, championship for the Convent High School. But stay tuned. We're going to have the trophy presentation that's coming up very shortly.
Selena Winston, Tyra Bellot, Nikayla Daru, Kezia Challenger, Anaya Viville, Kiana Sejean, Lunica Christmas, Shane Stanislas, Coach Miss John Baptist. I was about to ask if you know working with me, man. All right, and the gold medalist, the Convent High School, Kellyanne Codrinson, Kia Charles, Amelia Bruno, Keja Ferrara, Aliana Toussaint, Delicia Julian, Kimaya Philip, Jaricia Gage, Anaya Anselm, Chloe Gregoire, Nolly Didier, Coach Miss Norisia, and closely assisted by Miss Tatiana Corbett. Miss Corbett. Up next, we will have the presentation of the awards, and we will start off with the best defensive player of the final. And that's award I stand corrected. We will begin with the best center court award. The best center in the under 16 final. That award goes to Jaricia Gage of the Convent High School. The next award, the most accurate shooter of the final in the under 16 division, goes to Miss Chloe Gregoire of the Convent High School. All right, we say thank you to Miss Hamilton. Presenting the MVP of the final. The MVP of the final is none other than Miss Jaricia Gage of the Convent High School. And ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you The sports division organized secondary schools under 16 netball champion, defending their title 2024. The 2025 champion in the under 16 netball championship is the Convent High School. So the captain, we invite the captain, Miss Jaricia Gage, to receive the trophy. All right, so we now move on to the under 20 division. And we will begin with the presentation of the silver medals to the Portsmouth Secondary School. Jacolia Benjamin, Freya Libla, Talitha Stewart, Shamia Sango, Divine Benjamin, Anilia Aaron, Nisha Remy, Timisia Pierre-Louis, Mia Didier, Limaya Ford, Shanita Casey, Joel Benjamin, who got injured earlier. Nice to see you back with us. And the coach, Miss Heflin Wyke. Runner-up in the sports division organized secondary schools under 20 netball championship, the Portsmouth Secondary School. We now move on to the gold medalists. The Convent High School, Nalia George, Jaricia Gage, Joella Joseph, Tanya Timothy, Delicia Julian, Anisha Pinard, Alian Toussaint, Kimaya Philip, Natalia Dawe, Janelle Williams, Kenya John, Monique Edwards, Coach Miss Colleen John. All right, we now move on to the presentation of the special awards. And we will begin with the best center court player of the final in the under 20 division goes to Natalia Zawe of the Convent High School. The most accurate shooter of the final award goes to Kenya John of the Convent High School. So we say thank you to Ms. Hamilton, presenting the most valuable player of the final award. And that student also comes from the Convent High School. And that award, most valuable player of the final award, goes to Natalia Dawe. So we now invite the captain of the under-20 team, Miss Kenya John, to receive the trophy from the sports coordinator. 2025 Sports Division organized the secondary school under-20 netball champions, the Convent High School.
Oh, thank you.